You've probably felt it. There's a huge shift happening at work right now. And no, this isn't about some new productivity app or another corporate buzzword. We're talking about a fundamentally new kind of artificial intelligence that's about to completely overhaul not just how we work, but the very structure of our companies.
So let me just throw a wild question out there, one that sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie but is getting more real by the day. What if your next manager, the one coordinating your tasks, giving you feedback, and guiding your career, isn't a person at all?
To really get why this is even on the table, we have to talk about something we all know. Something that's probably a source of endless frustration, the classic corporate pyramid. It's a structure we built to get things done, but man, it comes with some serious hidden costs.
And yeah, these points probably hit pretty close to home, right? Think about it. Information gets lost in translation, going up and down the ladder. So much time is wasted on pure coordination. Status meetings, reports, just playing traffic cop for emails. Decisions get stuck waiting for approval, and as the company gets bigger, we just add more layers, making it all worse. But maybe the biggest cost is this last one. We take our best engineers, our best designers, our best writers, and we promote them to be managers, a job they might not be good at or even want, because it's the only way up. This isn't a people problem, it's a structure problem.
But what if we could break that structure? Well, that's exactly what's starting to happen, thanks to a technology called Agentic AI. Researchers are calling this the Agentic Turn, and it's not just a smarter AI, it's a whole new kind of intelligence.
This table really nails the difference. See, this isn't just about AI getting faster. Classical AI is like a brilliant but very literal assistant. You give it an instruction and it executes it perfectly. But Agentic AI, that's different. It doesn't just wait for instructions, it actually forms its own goals. It can adapt, it can reason, it can even change its mind. It's the difference between a tool and a teammate.
Now, there's a fancy term for this new capability, synthetic teleology. I know, it sounds like something from a philosophy class, but the idea is actually simple. It just means we've engineered the ability for an AI to have its own purpose, to set its own goals, and then figure out how to reach them. It's not just following a pre-written script. It's actually navigating toward a destination.
So how does it think? Well, it runs on a constant feedback cycle called the agentic loop. First, it perceives the world around it. Then it evaluates where it is versus where it wants to be. Then, and this is the magic part, it might actually update its own goal based on what it just learned. And finally, it takes action. Then it does the whole thing over and over again, constantly learning and self-correcting.
Okay, so this is where things get really, really important. Because a technology this powerful puts us at a massive fork in the road. This agentic turn could create two wildly different futures for all of us.
On one side, you've got this incredible utopian promise, a world where AI agents handle all the tedious coordination, freeing us up to be more creative and strategic. Hierarchies get flattened, companies move faster, sounds amazing, right? But then there's the flip side, a really stark warning. A dystopian future where we're all just data points in a system, judged by cold, hard metrics, where algorithms tell us what to do and when, stripping away our autonomy. A world where we can't trust the system because the decisions are made inside a black box we'll never understand. And this quote, it just cuts right to the heart of that risk. Dehumanization. It's not about robots with red eyes. It's simply about being treated like an instrument, a cog in the machine, instead of a person who brings unique value. That's the future we absolutely have to steer away from. So, how do we get the promise without the peril? How do we get the utopia without stumbling into the dystopia? Well, the good news is the worst-case scenario is not a given. The solution is to be intentional, to build a truly human-centered approach from the very beginning.
It all comes down to these three pillars. First, augmented decision-making. The AI is your co-pilot, not the pilot. It gives you incredible insights, but a human is always in the loop with final judgment. Second, human dignity preservation. This just means we have to design these systems from day one to respect people's autonomy and value. And third, and this is so important, relational transparency. No more black boxes. The AI's logic has to be explainable and accountable to the people it affects.
And here's the most crucial thing to understand. This isn't a technology problem. It's a leadership problem. It's a design problem. It's all about consciously navigating some really fundamental trade-offs.
And these are the big ones, the tightropes we have to walk. How do we get all that incredible efficiency without sacrificing human empathy? How do we automate the grunt work without stripping away individual autonomy?
How do we use these systems for empowerment, not just top-down control? Getting this balance right, that's the whole ballgame.
Okay, so let's bring this all back to you. What does this massive change mean for your job, for your career, for your next promotion? It means you're about to step into a brand new role, whether you have a team of people or not.
I absolutely love this analogy because it just makes everything click. In this new world, every single one of us becomes a manager, not of people, but of AI agents. And managing them is a lot like managing a team of super smart, incredibly fast, but kind of clueless interns. They need clear direction, you've got to check in on their work, and you have to give them constant feedback so they can get better.
And these right here, these are the skills that are going to define career growth from now on. This is how you help build that utopian future. You'll be the one setting the vision for your AI team. You'll be the one breaking down big, messy problems into clear tasks they can handle. You are the quality control, the coach, and the orchestra conductor, making sure all your different agents are working together. You are becoming the manager of your own small, superpowered, synthetic team. Look, this technology is here, and it's moving at a pace that is just breathtaking. The agents that are going to flatten those hierarchies and unlock all this productivity, they're ready to go. So the only question that's left, really, is a personal one. Are you ready to lead them?